guys, welcome to UCL Pi Media. Finlay Christie coming at ya. So make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube and the Instagram.
Can we just use that? This is like the first Pi Lifestyle video.
I don't know how to feel about it. It's like I'm the first choice for a new branch.
Welcome to Pi Lifestyle.
And today we are interviewing Finlay Christie.
Hey guys, welcome to Pi Lifestyle.
Finlay is a comedian and UCL alumni. Is that a good enough introduction?
I guess I'm a comedian and I make videos online as well. And I also went to UCL. I did language and culture. It's a sort of reject degree. If you don't get onto English, you get put on comp lit. If you don't get onto comp lit, which you're on, you don't get to comp lit, get put on language and culture. So I'm a comedian and I'm happy to be here discussing my pie lifestyle.
Do you have a favorite pie?
Does a crumble count? I like apple crumble.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I say apple crumble is my favourite pie. I love that you whispered.
Okay, that wasn't the actual question. The actual question is, what was sort of your initial start? Because I know you mentioned that you were involved with comedy while you were at UCL during uni, so how do you think, what was the thing that kind of got you started in comedy?
Well, I actually did my first stand-up gig, it's not a joke, when I was about 6 or 7. There was a thing called the Comedy Club for Kids, and they basically let kids do stand-up performances. I really liked Steve Martin, and I put on bunny ears and did like a big mime act a few times up until I was like 14, and then stopped doing it, but still really liked stand-up. And then at uni, I was like, okay, I'm going to do a club or a society because, you know, it's UCL, I have no friends. So I joined American football, and I stopped doing that, and then I joined, so am I allowed to swear?
You can, yeah, go for it.
I was American football, and then I joined UCL Comedy Club, won a competition, and started making videos, and just I've sort of been doing comedy after being a comedy fan since I was very young.
Kind of like a follow-up to that.
Yeah.
Like, did you have a favorite comedian growing up?
Yes, Phil Kay was my favourite comedian growing up. I saw Phil Kay when I was quite young at a gig called the Storytellers Club in King's Cross. He went up on stage. It was obvious that he had no material planned, and he just told stories about his life, and it was absolutely hilarious. I was crying with laughter, and he hadn't planned anything. He was just being himself.
Do you think that general style of kind of very spontaneous comedy based around your actual life events, do you feel like that has carried on into your own comedy work?
Well, I'm quite different to Phil Kay. I'm not that spontaneous. I'm trying to be more spontaneous. I guess my style's a little bit more American now. It's a little bit sort of more like broad social observations. I talk a lot about my generation. I try and be as honest as possible, and I'm inspired by very honest comedians. Like I really like Patrice O'Neill and Simon Amstell, and people who don't necessarily tell jokes. They just talk about a topic, and the humour comes out with how honest they are.
Moving down the continuity of your life, so since after you did join UCL, and obviously while you were involved with the comedy club at UCL, did you have any sort of particularly memorable experiences during that time, or like specific like things that you remember?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the best night of my entire time at UCL was one of the Mullies nights that we put in Mullies. We put on stand-up nights.
The same year that I applied for politics at Oxford, Mihaila applied for the same course. Mihaila, world famous political activist, youngest Nobel Prize winner ever, applied for the same uni, the same course as me. You want to guess who got in there? I'll give you a clue. When I wrote my personal statement, I actually put in a quotation from Mihaila. She peaked too early. She went straight for the Nobel Prize. Rookie error, man. You guys are nice, man.
It was just all my friends performing on the same night and just killing it. Honestly, the stand-up nights are like some of the best nights of stand-up I've ever been to in my life. Like the vibe in the room is so good, so supportive. It's just the best feeling. This girl tried to kick me out of the club. She tried to kick me out of UCL Comedy Club because we were doing a roast battle and she didn't like one of the jokes I wrote. It's really offensive looking back on it. Probably shouldn't say what it is because then you'll side with her. The joke was, I should not say her name. Do not put that in. It is from Hull, which was voted the most livable city in the UK in 2013. And yet her mum's dead. How do you explain that? Her mum's alive.
Oh, okay. So she tried to kick you out of the club because of that? Okay.
Because of that.
That's
So I wrote a joke about her mum being dead and her mum was not dead.
Right. Do you think there are other elements of your uni life, like academics or like your social life or just the way people are like at UCL that has kind of been an inspiration for your material?
UCL is a bizarre place. You feel quite... I can't chat about UCL on this thing. UCL's great. And you feel so... What's the opposite of isolated?
At home.
At home. And everything's so organised. It's so organised. Moodle. It's the best website I've ever used. There we go, that's what I have to say about UCL. My favourite thing about Moodle is the fact that they make you change your password randomly every 6 months. Because that's a normal thing to do, isn't it, for a website with a password? Just randomly at any point, oh, is that your password? Yeah, we don't like it anymore. Thanks to UCL, there is nothing left I hold dear.
Our next question was, how do you feel comedy has influenced your daily life?
Genuinely, I'll get serious for a second. I think comedy, comedy sort of influences my whole life philosophy because I think I don't take anything seriously in life at all. Like the only thing I take seriously is comedy, and I feel like that has allowed me to just breeze through life and not get down about stuff. Do you ever like in a situation where you have to be serious, where you have to take anything seriously, you just think, what? I was about to get all kind of, oh my god, we're just on a floating rock in space, like nothing matters. But like, yeah, don't take anything seriously in life, and you will have a good life.
I mean, you've already given one example of the almost getting kicked out of the comedy club.
Yeah.
But like, did that attitude and your just general, I don't know, I guess comedic approach to life, did that cause you any other trouble while you were at uni? Like, were there any...
Oh! That really paid off, not taking uni seriously, because if I had revised, it would have been a complete waste of time.
Don't do this at home.
Don't revise.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
You know, I initially found a lot of the stuff you've been posting on TikTok and then subsequently to YouTube.
Yeah.
So when did you sort of have that idea and how do you feel like, do you think now that, because I think obviously that's something that's gotten you a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And do you think your kind of overall style or your own approach to your comedy and your career has changed ever since that's kind of been something that's blown up?
Definitely. I think I didn't realise how much of an impact that would have on my comedy career doing TikTok and doing online stuff. But the industry does take you a lot more seriously if you have content. Older people don't really understand TikTok or online stuff, and if they see you've got loads of followers, they assume, oh yeah, if he puts on he could probably sell out the O2 tomorrow if he's got like 100,000 subscribers. Obviously, it doesn't work like that. I think it's helped with my writing. And I think it's helped me get more opportunities in stand-up. It's motivating,
How do you differentiate between which content to post on your TikTok and which one to include in your stand-ups?
That's a good question. Because I guess it is sort of an unconscious thing. I'll write something. Generally, if the idea is an opinion, then it will work better as stand-up. But if it's a funny scenario, or if it's something I want to parody, I think parody is quite a lot harder to do on stage. Stuff that's punchline heavy and opinionated works better on stage.
Speaking of sketch work,
You've been working with ITV.
Oh yeah, I did stand-up sketch show. So much fun. I did that last year. My first proper bit of TV is on this ITV2 show where basically you'll send them a video and they'll pick the jokes that they like from your set. And then they'll say, oh, we'll film that, we'll get actors, we'll have you doing a voiceover. It was probably the most fun I had like all of last year. It was a great experience. Shout out to ITV2, shout out to my arch nemesis Russell Hicks, and I just got distracted by that red thing. Looks like a little cupcake.
Are you hungry?
I'm a little bit hungry, yeah.
I think I might have some snacks in my bag.
We have some snacks.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Here we are on the set again.
Is this like a behind the scenes video?
Look at this. Have you ever seen these crisps before in your life?
Yeah, they're from Lidl.
Ah, I don't go Lidl. Private school problems. My media is sponsored by
Cut.
Oh yeah, just cut out that bit where I said I'm too posh to go to Lidl.
Yeah. Take 2. Action. So, having discussed kind of a general trajectory of your career and your comedic development from 6-7 years old to uni to now,
Yeah.
our kind of last question is obviously...
You're gonna cut out all that stuff I said about immigrants, right?
Well, I'll look at it again.
Okay.
But our last question is looking ahead to the future, if we have one, collectively.
We don't.
But what plans do you have for the future?
I'm doing work in progress shows at the Museum of Comedy all throughout April, May, June, and then they're in London at Museum of Comedy, and I've got 2, one at St Luke's in Bedford, and another in Bracknell in July. And then in August, I'm going to the Edinburgh Festival, so if you're going to the Edinburgh Festival, come see my show. It's called OK Zoomer. And I wanted to call it Malignant Zoomer, but I thought people would think it was a show about cancer, so I called it OK Zoomer. And it's going to be really fun. It's a show all about young people. If you like comedy and you're a young person, I think you will enjoy it. What about you guys? What's next for you guys?
I have a Spanish project due the Monday after next that I really need to get started on. Alexia?
Yeah, I have to edit this video and put it out.
So, all of us have exciting things coming up. My final question is, has this experience of literally being taller than us and higher than we are on an elevated plane, has that boosted your ego somewhat?
No, but I appreciate if you think, I've got a stand-up comedian coming in, they're very fragile, they need attention and validation constantly. We'll get them a boost on the chair.
An attempt was made. Thank you for watching Pie Lifestyle.
Subscribe.
We'll be doing all kinds of challenges and pranks on this channel. Thanks guys.
Cool.
That's a wrap. Do you find it very annoying when you go around people's houses and they've got an Alexa? Is that... You're going to cut so much of this, aren't you?
I actually think we'll keep more in than you think.